Hi, everybody. It's the Loco Sirens. It's me, Lizzie D,
Me, Krista.
and our special guest. I never get the mirrored.
You got it right.
Sonny Kruger from Kodak Station. He does their
Woo!
Wednesday podcast, which is so fun. And he's going to
Thank you
bring
for
a
having
couple
me.
elements of that podcast to us tonight. The F list, probably talk about some current headlines in the comic world because we always do that anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so give you a
And
head
we're
start
going
on
to
the
talk
week.
about Big Lick, the local Northern Virginia Comic Con that was this weekend. And I went Saturday, and Kristen went today. So we've got all of that goodness. And here we are, the end of May. Can you believe it? That we are at the end of May already? I can't believe today is the 31st. Today
Crazy.
is one of the biggest full moons of the year tonight.
I heard about that.
So
Yeah.
anybody is interested in that kind of thing,
I'll be
uh,
howling.
go on
Hoo!
out tonight and look.
Howl at the moon like Sonny.
I do. Yep. Every
Yeah, what
full
is it?
moon,
No, it
the
has
neighbors
an
can hear me
actual
howl.
name. This is the year's blue moon. So there you go, folks. Blue moon is tonight, and we are getting ready to move into June, closer and closer to that's summer full. I mean, I know technically everybody likes to think summer started Monday, but it doesn't really start for another 3 weeks.
Tell that to the
I'm
weather.
bad.
Yeah.
I'm always on the equinoxes and the solstices. Um, but yeah, and this was not a huge week in comics, but still there were some good titles that came out this week. Some really
Lots of
good
good stuff.
titles. Picking my top 5 was very difficult. Before we go into that, wait, I gotta ask Sunny before I go into the conversation, before we go into our top 5. Is the new Hush that came out, the Hush 2, the Batman 163, is it in your top comics that you're going to show us?
It's
Spoilers.
not. I don't have it.
It's not.
I
Okay,
don't have
good.
it. Maybe I'm waiting till the trade comes out, which may be a long time because, as
I
you know, it's
do
going to take a long
not
time to come
blame
out.
you at all.
Smart.
Yeah,
A long time in between each issue.
yeah, no, I don't blame you at all. I'm
None.
wishing that I had done that, and I hated I hated the ending. Hated it.
Mm.
Hated it. Hated it.
A couple of weeks.
Now, of course, that's because of what happened at the end. And, I'm a Selena fan. So, us Selena fans kind of got punched in the face by that last page, which I'm not going to spoil, even though I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be good. And, yeah, it's just in this day and age. This is the last thing I'm going to say about it. And it's a mini spoiler. In the Me Too era, it's preposterous.
Mm.
That's my comment. It's an insult because of how they decided to leave certain things in the continuity. In the Me Too era, it's inappropriate, preposterous, and an insult to your readers. So if you're listening, DC, that's what I got to say about that.
It's a good thing I didn't have it in my top 5.
No,
It was my right decision that it was not there.
It wasn't in Krista's top 5 either. It's not in mine. I wouldn't have put it in the top 5 even if that last page didn't bother me so much, because it's too long. I literally had to go back and read the other issues to even really understand again what the heck was happening.
Well,
And
the first issue of Hush 2 came out a year ago.
a year
It
ago.
was like May 24th or 5th or
Yep.
something.
No,
So it was
you're
literally
not
a
wrong.
year from the
Yeah,
first
a
issue.
year, first 6 issues. That
Yeah.
is
Crazy.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
And then to get an ending you hate,
Yeah. So on that note, we are going to let Sonny show off his comic picks. Now,
yeah.
Sonny was actually supposed to be on 2 weeks ago, but he got sick. And then, of course, we had Memorial Day weekend. So his comics might not be this week's, but we want to know what his
You're not.
top 5 are anyway.
Should I just show 5 or should I just show whatever? Because I
You
don't have much.
show, unless you have like 30,
Okay, no.
show as many as you want.
Show what you got.
You
I'm
show
not
us
like
what you got.
my other Codex guys. They have the full, Comics Unleashed on series. They got stacks and stacks.
Well, we were
I just
doing
have a
that,
few.
and then we were realizing that when we got into then the meat of our show after that, we were going really long because she might only have 5 or 6 or 7, but then I'd have 10 or 12
And a lot of covers.
or right, and then we
I'm just
both
quick.
have lots of covers. So we decided that we were, for the sake of being able to do other topics on the show, we were going to limit it to our top 5. And even then, we've kind of fudged it a little bit because we've had honorable mentions that we didn't put in our top 5, but really wanted to say something about.
All right, so I will be fast. I don't have much.
No, you don't. You take your
so-
time. You're the guest.
So yeah, so
No
I did
rush at all. I'm looking forward to it.
So my birthday was last month, and then I got a couple comics after that. So
Happy
quickly
belated.
Thank you. So what I got some trades. I got the Super.
Oh, I actually have that. I'm looking forward to reading it.
Same
It's
here. I gotta
so
read
good.
it. Oh, everybody always says it's good. I got Peacemaker Tries Hard. That one I'm
No.
interested in. I've already
Good
used some of the panels for the random panel of the day on Codex. So I'm interested to find some more.
That's
I
right.
bet.
JSA: The Golden Age.
Oh, perfect.
I
For
like
those-
that cover. Wait, put that cover back up. I want to look at that a little more.
Gladly.
Oh, yeah. No, I like that cover a lot. That's cool. Okay.
And that takes care of the trades. So now I get onto the actual comic books. And the mother went to the store and, she doesn't like comics. So she just randomly picked out some. And then she got me this one, the original History of the DC.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
And then she knows I like X-Men. Many know it. So she got me some Wolverine. As you can
Oh,
see,
I like that cover too.
Good.
Yeah, that's a
behind
great
me,
cover.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a big Wolverine fan.
Yeah.
They got Superman, number 4, some Tim Sale.
Ooh, okay. Darwin Cook, nice.
Some more X-Men. It's the Dark X-Men.
Oh, Dark X-Men. Oh, that
Love
looks
Dark X-Men.
good. Nice.
And some more X-Men. X-Men Forever.
X-Men Forever,
Perfect.
yeah.
And then I went to the store to get some comic books.
Yeah.
Just to look for some to buy. And I got it was like a pack where you don't know what you're gonna get. And I opened it live on air. And it happened to be Aquaman, the 80th anniversary.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Gorgeous cover on that one.
It is.
Speaking of gorgeous cover, I think this next one was perfect for our show, and that's Wonder Girl number 3.
Oh, look at
I really
that.
like that cover.
Is that a Lotte? Do you think no? Do you know who the artist is on that?
Let's see. Jones Mello and Belair.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's gorgeous.
Nice.
And speaking of gorgeous, there's some Task Force Z.
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
That's so good.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Codex each year does like a Halloween special with like some horror covers. I think this one's gonna make it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Great Bane with the teeth and
Yeah. And I got this one. Came with the Diana, Princess of the
That's
Amazons.
really. Oh, I've seen that actually in Comic Logic, in the kids in the all ages section. Yep, I have seen that.
It was a free comic book day comic a couple years ago.
Okay.
And then this last one I got when I was shopping, I said I gotta get something for the show, for my appearance on Loco Sirens. So, Liz, I think you might like this one. It's Catwoman.
It's my favorite. It's one of my all-time favorite Catwoman covers.
It's so good.
She's just like, I've gotcha.
There you go. That's me. That one. I said that one will always remind me of being on this show.
Yes.
Gotta get something in honor.
I
I guess I have to get a Harley Quinn one now,
that
right?
was in my top. It was in my top covers when I was on the Kodak show for Catwoman. So
Yeah, this show,
definitely my favorite.
comic
One
character of
of
the
my
week.
favorites, anyway. The one behind me is my all-time favorite too. I don't know if you can see it well. It's the one that Adam Hughes did, where she's holding the mirror with the safe behind her, and everything's kind of off-centered because he actually shows it in the mirror. It's awesome.
That's very cool. Well, for me, those are my comics.
Is that
So,
it?
yeah, so I don't get too much throughout the time, but
We have
yeah.
great choices, all great covers. All right, Krista, you or me? Which one?
I'll go.
You go? Okay.
Do you have the pictures downloaded?
I do. You say the name and I'll show the cover. I'm pretty sure I got them all. Yeah, I know which everything is. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to send some other photos. That's okay. All right, so let's start out with the Doom cover.
Ooh, yes, this was such a good cover.
So ironically, where it's placed, if you guys follow us on social media, we did a whole funny photo shoot where we all held up our favorite comics of the week. And I chose this one, Doom Quest.
Yes.
Everyone knows I'm a huge Dr. Doom fan. I love this cover. Has a bunch of hidden Dr. Dooms making the Doom photo.
Yes, I was just going to say it's a ton of Dr. Doom pictures making up the main picture, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so fun. And this is just like such a cool story. It's really fun. It's very silly, but I'm really digging this one.
Good.
Now I want that cover. That looks cool.
Yeah, I love that. Do you need to see it again, Sonny? It's pretty cool, right? Because even in the gold, even in the cloak clasp, is more pictures of Doom. It's really, I can imagine this is one of those covers that you can stare at for hours and see new things in.
I have.
Of course you have.
I started a lot the other day just analyzing it. I'm like, I remember that Doom. And then in like the gold is actual like scenes from the comics, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I love the kind of details are just so fun.
Awesome.
All right, how about Phantom?
Okay, Phantom is here. There we go.
Phantom of the Opera. So this is number 4 it's the final in the Phantom of the Opera from Universal Monster series, which I'm a huge, huge fan of.
I've only read Dracula, but I have Creature of the Black Lagoon as like I have 2 trades in front of it, and then I get to read it. So Dracula was so good, though. I you know me, I've been getting them all as soon as they come out in hardback.
Oh yeah, I do as well. I have like all of them. I'm obsessed with them.
This is a really interesting cover because his head's on fire.
And
at least it looks like his head's on fire.
Well, it's to kind of show, like, if you read the issue, you'll understand.
Right.
It's also really cool because it's by the same artist who did the Dracula one.
Yeah, I was going to say the art was familiar.
It's very like kind of like watercolor kind of design. So it's so gorgeous. And so the story is also a little bit different than the original books and even the movies. So it's pretty fun. Ooh. I've been loving all the Universal Monster ones.
I hope they do Dorian Gray. If they're changing them a little, like because they changed Dracula a little. Yeah. And like you said, and I've heard that they changed Frankenstein creature, all the ones before. They've been changed a little, not a lot, but a little. So
a little bit. The Frankenstein one is my favorite.
I would love to see their take on Dorian Gray.
The next one next month is going to be Wolfman, which I'm excited for.
That's even better.
Yeah. I'm like, that's so cool.
Anything with werewolves, I am in.
There you go.
I might have to get those in the single issues just to have them. Yeah.
They're really good.
Love some werewolves. Not that I'd ever really want to meet one, like out in the woods or anything.
I mean, instead of, the whole conversation of like man versus bear,
Mhm.
maybe it'll be like werewolf versus man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the wolf will
Yeah.
probably win too.
Yeah, I still choose the werewolf. Because you get both. You get the bear, and you get the man with the werewolf.
You totally do. You get both.
There you go.
Okay, so what's next?
Let's do In Your Skin. I love this book so much. It's been really, really fun. I love how it's really big in the culture.
Mhm.
You're learning a lot about like the culture and about what it's like to be a female fan and how toxic that world can kind of be.
Yes, and you're learning a little bit about Bollywood too.
Exactly.
This cover is so creepy.
It's
it's just so disgusting when you really look at it. You're just like, wow.
Just ripping her face off,
Yeah, let's just zip her face off. But that is so apropos
because it's
for
a
the
deep
comic,
it's
which
a
I
body
don't
horror.
think I'm going to add to my list
No,
because
babe, it's not for you.
it's not for me. I really got lost in. I enjoyed the culture stuff, but the story just it's confusing to me. So yeah, I
It's
probably
an
will not be
allegory.
getting it beyond this second issue. But the second issue wasn't terrible. I mean, the story isn't bad. It's just not for. It's one of those.
It's not for
Not
you.
my cup of tea. It's a little weird.
Well, it
I
sounds
don't
interesting. It sounds like
understand
something I'd like to
how
read.
I don't understand how
Yeah.
the.
I can handle it.
It's cool because it's kind of like it's a metaphor for people who are fans and idolize celebrities. So
Yes.
the whole idea is like that celebrity. So this girl, it idolizes this famous person. The famous person, she's like, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna go back to just being a normal person. I don't want to be a celebrity. I'm gonna quit my acting job. And this fan is so obsessed, and this celebrity means so much to her that she's like, she's not living her life correctly. I could live her life correctly. I know what's best for her. I need her in my life. So it's such a huge like kind of take on what it's like to be a fan and how toxic that kind of relationship can be, of idolizing a celebrity versus seeing them as a human.
Yeah.
And it's like a body horror, and there's a lot of like sapphic romance kind of tied in.
Yeah.
So cool. I'm loving this story.
It's different. I will say having I have my celebrities that I'm a fangirl with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Me,
I've
right?
ever met
You, Sonny.
Yes, oh,
Right?
definitely Sonny. All the guys at Codex, I bow to them all because I wouldn't even be sitting here doing this without the guys
Do
at
you not
Codex.
have
All of them,
Codex
really,
Sonny?
all of you, Sonny, Jamie, Gary, Sal, Dan, Chris, Rob, it's so funny because we're female centric and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this core group of guys in our life.
None of us guys would be here without, our mothers. So there you go.
Yes,
We
well,
wouldn't be
this
here
is
without
true.
women. So.
Well,
This is very, very true. It's secular. Anyway, so I watch a soap opera, Days of Our Lives, giving it a shout out. And I was in a place where I needed some help right before I was getting ready to move here. Not enough help that I really needed or felt like I had to go pay for therapy, which is super expensive if you don't have insurance that covers it. And I found out that during COVID, one of the girls women that was on my soap opera had started a life coaching business with her partner who had also been on the soap opera, but had pretty much left, not completely left acting, but they're now settled in Tahoe rather than Hollywood. And they're trying to make this life coaching business work. And I decided to try it because it wasn't all that expensive when you compare it to what therapy would have cost. And they specifically had a program that was on how to do things for yourself, by changing bad habits into good habits and really learning how to think clearly and how important it is to think positively versus negatively. And I am normally a person kind of like glass half empty, right? And they really, you know, that's bad thought patterns. You should always be thinking it's half full, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, long story short, at first, I had a hard time even talking to them about what I had actually paid them to talk about because I was fangirling, right? You know, like, oh, that starstruck kind of feeling. But the longer I listened to their stories on how their program worked for them and what she struggled with specifically, right? Self-esteem issues, self-worth issues, blah, 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 blah. I realized these are just normal human beings. You know, there's nothing special. They're just because they're on, this is their job. Just because they're on TV does not put them in some level above me. In society, we're all human and we all have failings and we all have. So anyway, going back, there's our first tangent, going back to In Your Skin. That part of it I do find really interesting but I also find it uncomfortable because I've never gone to that extreme, right? But I couldn't even imagine. It reminds me of that movie, The Fan, where, you know, it's very, the word fan is fanatic, which is somebody who is obsessively crazy about something. And so this comic really does remind you of that darker side of fan and fanaticism and celebrity. But it's the body horror stuff that loses me.
Well, that's the show extreme.
Yes.
It's tangent over. Extreme.
Keep on going, darling.
I'll keep you updated. I'm really liking it, but I also know that it's such a niche thing that I think a lot of people are liking it, but I think in the shop I might be one of the few people who everyone likes bright colors.
Let me know when it comes on, like out in a trade, and then I'll have to check it out.
Absolutely. We're gonna. I have a feeling he might enjoy it, given the content or themes of a couple of his stories.
Yeah,
which we will get into later, because Sonny is a prolific writer. So yeah, we will get into that later. But yeah, Sonny, you might really enjoy that trade. Okay, so what's next for you?
All right, so let's do Hyde Street.
All right, I do believe it's this one. Nope, that's Harley. Where's the Hyde Street? Where is it?
Uncle Gary took all the copies. I know he loves Hyde Street.
I know.
Didn't. It looks like it didn't. Oh, there it is.
It's in there.
It looks like it didn't load, but there it is.
This
is our one common. This made both of our top fives.
It's so good. This series just continues to just be absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm. It really does. Talk about creepy.
Very creepy. You get a lot more about our fun little punky Boy Scout.
You get a lot more about kind of everybody.
It touches on everybody.
About Pranky, about the Butcher, about Mr. X-Ray, about Miss Goody. What is it? Goodfella? No, Goody something. Goodwell. And then the twins.
Yep.
You know,
and that final page, man, I'm so ready for the next issue. That was a solid end of an issue.
Absolutely. So, that one leaves you.
Yeah.
Definitely better than the end of Hush's last page.
Much better. So much better, Sonny. I can't tell you. Even though you got the same reaction. because as you guys know, you can go for something that's fabulous and something that's awful.
Yeah.
So both of them left me with that reaction, but in completely opposite directions. Yeah, you know. Jeff Johns is this story. And you sometimes when you like I've read he wrote some stuff for Catwoman, he's written some stuff for Batgirl. He wrote some Darkness stuff that was really good too, but he really Hyde Street is, you gotta sometimes wonder what's in these people's imaginations that they can come up with these ideas.
I think the best part is these kind of really, really dark, twisted stories always come from the sweetest people.
This is so true.
Like, the sweetest, most like charming, good people always have like are able to go into dark places.
To go to these dark places. Like Stephen King is one of the nicest people you ever want to meet, and look at what he produces. I mean, he produces some pretty crazy dark stuff, and he supposedly is just one of the nicest people. So yeah, I think that's totally true, because even Rob talked about didn't he just talk about meeting Patrick Horvath? Beneath the Trees, the Nobody Sees author, and same thing. Said he was just genuinely a warm, kind, nice person. So, but yet he can write a serial killer very well.
Sonny, have you read that, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees?
That's on my to-read list. Everybody who has read it has said that it's really good. I've heard it's been compared to Dexter, which is one of my favorite shows.
Yes, so, absolutely. Yes,
like Dexter meets like
Bernstein Bears.
You always say Bernstein Bears. Yeah. I always say Busy Town of Richard Scarry. That kind of like cute cartoon anthropomorphic animals, but Dexter.
But Dexter, yeah, absolutely.
Like
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it, Sonny. You're gonna love it. All right, so that brings us to our final one, which I showed accidentally briefly.
Here
we go.
I had to do Harley.
I love this cover so much.
Yeah, it's a great cover.
Derek Chu is one of my favorite artists. He really just has a lot of fun when especially when he draws Harley.
He
always has this playful look on her face.
The coloring is so good.
Yeah.
I love all the details and everything, from like the pizza and the cards and just everything on it.
Absolutely. The plushie of the hyena.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. The red, the scuffing of the boot. Yeah, his art is just spot on.
It's an amazing cover.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's my favorite.
So why did Harley, because it did not make my top 5, and it would not have made my top 5, because I actually did not like the issue that much. And I've been really enjoying this story.
Yeah.
But this particular issue, I don't know. I didn't like it. Maybe because Backwin is just a little too, I don't even know the right term. Negative.
It was not a strong issue.
Yeah.
More than anything, to be completely honest, that was just one of my favorite Harley Quinn covers I've seen in a minute. So I really just wanted
to be able to show off the cover. I have done that too. I can't fault you for that.
I'm still loving this series. The series has been pretty good. This is definitely one of those kind of, sometimes comics will have almost kind of like a filler issue. This kind of felt like one of those.
It did feel kind of like a filler issue. I will say the scene where all of the side characters are watching TV was the best 3 panels in the whole comic. That was awesome.
That's fair.
So yeah, fun. No, it's why I didn't include it, because I didn't think it was that strong of an issue. But again, I do have to say,
I had to rep my girl.
Yeah, and let me briefly just.
You show that great cover too, so yeah.
Hold on, I want to show off. I think I have it here. Do I have it here? I don't have it here. Of course, I don't have it here.
What were they watching on TV? I'm kind of curious.
I was going to say the other variant that was Bat Quinn kind of scunched over. That was done by, I think it was a Nakayama. No, it might have been Gilliam March. That one was good too. It was the other variant you put in my box this week.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That one was not bad either. I should have pulled it out, but anyway, all right. So was that it for you?
That's me. So now it's on to you.
All right, my turn. All right, here we go. We're gonna go. Whoop.
Real quick, guys, what were the characters in Harley Quinn? What were they watching on TV? Because so they were.
They were watching the news and they were watching Bat Quinn do something very bad, which is unlike Harley, which upset them. And that's kind of, they were like, wait, and then in the comic, Harley has been split into two people. Her brain has been given a body, and then because she has no brain,
she's just more bananas than normal.
She's way more bananas than normal. So you got this brain that's Harleen Quinzel, and then she's pink like the brain, because the brain used to float around and talk to Harley in her head. Now the brain has a body, and she has no brain because she's really not thinking clearly, and she wants to be Bat Quinn because Batman isn't doing enough. What is it? The Silent Sentinel. Yeah. That's what the Bat Quinn. It's all because Zatanna killed her in DCKO.
They had to kind of figure out a way with that.
Back a little strange.
Got to bring her back some way,
Absolutely.
So fun.
Well, they brought everybody else back, and nobody else came back. So weird.
Because it's hard to get into that
in a minute. Because as I pull up mine, so my top 5 of the week. First off is Absolute Wonder Woman's number 20. Mm-hmm. As Rob said last week, Kelly Thompson is really, really, really just blowing doors off the industry with this story. I have loved these 5 parts because, again, like werewolves, anything witchy, I'm in. So this season of The Witch has been great. I think it's Veronica Hale is the bad blonde that's part of the Absolute Evil group.
Oh, that's
that's the antagonist through this. This was really good. It had some Greek history. You get the underworld. You get Hades and Persephone. You don't know what happened to Zatanna, which is kind of sad because I really wanted to know. I wanted to see more of Diana and Zatanna together.
Me too. I love them.
But that was a ship I was rooting for. Yeah, 100%.
I love them.
Was I rooting for that? I really just can't wait to see where this is going to go. Scott Snyder, Kelly, they've all talked about there's going to be a big crossover. If you're not reading, I keep saying it every week that one of these comes out. If you're not reading the Absolute Universe, you really should be. It is the best thing DC is doing right now. And Absolute Catwoman comes out in 2 weeks.
I know, your girl.
Stoked. I have 9 exclusive variants coming on top of, I think, the 6 or 7 that I ordered from Rob. Ordered through the catalog for Rob to just have in my box, or you to have in my box. But yeah, it's going to be an expensive week when that comes out. But the Absolute Universe is just so good, and I'm really enjoying Kelly Thompson's writing, and I can forgive her for ending the Birds of Prey just so she can concentrate more on Absolute Wonder Woman. I'm okay with that. So my number 2 was Justice League 19, and Revenge of the Brainiac Queen is kind of a misnomer because that doesn't happen until the last page. But what does happen in this, and why it's in my top 5, is there's a big thing, the reaction to the villain Amnesty. And I really thought that, 2 issues ago, when they decided that they were going to do this villain amnesty for anybody who took part in KO, if they're willing to help the Justice League end this threat, not be evil, they are pardoned and are granted immunity for all past bad deeds, and they can become members of the Justice League. And I love that Luthor, being Luthor, leaks it to the press. He's throughout this whole issue, he's trying to control the narrative, which Batman is having a fit about. But I kind of have to agree with Lex here. This is a narrative they gotta control, or it's going to backfire on him, because already the public's like, what? You're letting all these bad guys go? That what? No. And then, of course, you have your few bad guys that come in and, oh, no, I can do whatever I want because I've been given amnesty, right? It was a strong issue. I like the confrontation. There's this page. There's this panel where, oh yeah, here it is. So, I'll show the panel and then I'll read it. So it's this. Oops, that one, that panel. And then it's just so good. This is after Lex has actually stood in front of the press cameras and given a press conference that's actually working. It seems Luthor has, as they say, put the genie back in the bottle. That is Red Tornado speaking on the comms, who is there with Lex Luthor, excuse me, and Batman. For some, maybe, there are still plenty of foreign nations and institutions demanding explanation. Until we can smooth matters over with them, it's best that Lex and I stay away from one another so I don't beat him to death. And that is just so out of character for Batman to say out loud, that you know he's got to be pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, for that panel alone, it made my top 5. But Brainiac ripping through the Watchtower, which I'm not going to spoil and say when it happens. I mean, you know, she's in it because, you know, it's on the cover. But, yeah, that definitely, those kind of 3 things combined definitely is why it's in my top 5. So, number 3 is a Berserker light draw.
Yes.
Oh my God, this was so good and so weird. I am so Wednesday, Rob wasn't even talking to me. He was talking to somebody else in the store.
He was talking to everybody about it.
Across the boxes about Berserker. And Rob described it in like 5 or 6 sentences, where he was like, at first I was like, what the he didn't say that, but he was like, I was like, what the heck is happening here? And then I started really, okay, I can get into it. Okay, it's kind of unbelievable, but I'm riding with it. And then you get that last couple of pages. He's right. It's weird. It's weird. It's out there. It's I understand they're doing these as all Bloodline series. I'm not sure why we needed it, but we needed it. It was just, I don't know, that it was great, but it was weird.
It was very, very weird. Sonny, did you read it?
I did not, so I'm pretty behind. I usually get to comics a little bit after they're out, unless it's like maybe a specific one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're doing good.
But I like that cover.
Do you know anything about the Berserker universe? Have you read any of them?
The beginning stuff of Berserker.
The beginning ones. Okay, well, this is about him dying and One Piece being stolen before it reforms. And I'm not going to go any further than that. If you want to know more, go read it. It's worth the read.
It's wild and weird, but it's really fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I mean, you're like smiling and kind of laughing.
You're just like, what is happening?
What is happening? And then, but I want to watch but I need to know what's happening next. It's definitely page turning.
Liz,
Even
Can I see
though
that
it's
cover?
weird.
Can I see that cover again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because especially the cat. I'm very curious about the cat.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
so he gets this piece. So this whole thing is about a guy that looks like Keanu Reeves that never gets any bigger than this. It's weird.
If you read it, you'll get it, but you
You'll
also
get it.
won't because
It's so
weird.
good.
It's a fun ride. It's so worth it. It's a one shot.
I have a feeling they're gonna, because they've done all these one shots, and I have a feeling they're gonna put out a volume that's gonna be Berserker Bloodlines, and it's gonna include all these one shots that they've been doing for the last year and a half.
Yeah, about.
So if that comes out, Sonny, look for it, because that's in here and it's very good. All right, so my last two, lots and more independence than anything else this week in my top 5. Excuse me. So I almost always put this in my top 5. Feral, number 23.
There you go.
Love this story so much. It's like Homeward Bound meets the zombie apocalypse with animals. And so there's a deadly rabies virus going around, and it turns these animals into horrific zombie-like creatures. And this story has just been really great. This mom with 3 kittens and a big other group of cats that were all kind of like part of the same neighborhood escape and go through, and they stay for a while in a pet store. Now they've been captured again, and they're at the CDC, and the CDC is trying to find a cure. And of course, the only way to find a cure is to experiment on the animals with, their different strands that they're trying to find a cure for. So this issue really just took the story even further. You learn more about what the CDC is doing. You learn this one. You learn the fate of a couple of animals that you didn't know what happened to a couple issues ago. I really hope they've finally gotten separated. So now we don't know what's going to happen. I just love this so much. I almost don't want it to end, but at the same time, Tony, the same writing and art team, Tony Fleeks and Tina Forstner, did a series called Stray Dogs First. And that was in 2023 and 24, before they did Feral, which is about cats. And so you have Feral, but then you also, on the back, on the other side, you get a 6-page story of the dogs that are in the CDC lab. Funny. And the dog characters that we knew in Stray Dogs, plus a couple of dogs that were in Feral. So it's really kind of cool that you're getting 2 stories for the price of one in one comic. The only thing I don't like about these is, how do you store them? You almost don't want to put the board in, because there's something on the front and the back.
You want to see both sides, yeah.
Yes. So, but yeah, it's a love. I love. It's probably my favorite series that Image is doing out of. I get several of Image's titles, and it's probably between Eden and Hyde Street are in my, definitely up there at the fighting for first place among themselves. And last but not least, as we've already discussed, Hyde Street, The Butcher of Hyde Street Part 2. This just had so many surprises. It had just about every character that we've been introduced to so far. I love that Pranky is so nasty that he can keep Miss
He's a little terror.
Goodwell from leaving her store. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he didn't have to do anything. He just had to scare her that she wouldn't leave. I can't wait. I'm like you. As soon as it ended, I was like, oh, they cannot come out with the next issue fast enough. Jeff Johns is, and the story is great, but I actually also really love. I don't want to give that away. I don't want to use that one. I'm trying to find a really good shot of Ivan Reyes' artwork, which is really just, the interiors are just so crisp and
Yeah,
The
great
art is
artwork.
so
clean.
good. The coloring
And,
is so good.
you know, I mean, it's just, good body. That's what it is. I keep saying Goodwill. It's good body. Yeah. I don't want this series to end, but yet, you know, it eventually has to, right? Uh, uh, for many different reasons. If you reading it, you know what I'm talking about. This is just so good. And when I say I don't want it to end, this isn't like the penultimate or even close to being the last issue or anything. I'm just saying this story is so good. I want this ongoing for as long as they can keep writing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for me. We already did a lot of talking about that on when it was on Krista's list, so we don't need to continue to beat a dead horse, for lack of a better term. So that's it for our comics of the week. So guys, what do you say we move in to Sonny, our guest? Sonny, tell our audience. Most of our audience is your audience, but some
Hello
people
again,
might
then.
not be. So tell who you are. Hey, Fuzzy Ewok, so good to see you. Buenos Aires, yes. Click this Federation link. I love he's so funny, Fuzzy Ewok. Yeah. Sonny, tell us, how did you get started? I know you're coming up on your 5-year anniversary. You do your podcast Wednesday nights, Codex Station. Guys, check him
Thank
out.
you.
The Codex Station on YouTube. Sonny's always on Wednesdays. He rotates the other Codex guys as guests.
Yeah.
So yeah, what got you started?
All right. So normally I'm a writer. I write a lot of books, and then I even have one that let me grab it right here.
Yeah, go ahead, pump yourself.
All right.
We're
So,
totally okay
and
with that.
it goes with the story.
It's
So
right. Absolutely.
like I wrote some books, like one's called Killing Set in Motion. So that's why I could handle those like those horror books and stuff. And then
Mhm.
one is called Bodies, and it's more about life because it's each different one. But then there's one story called A Series About a Series. It's about someone making a series, and then that one I decided, okay, I'm gonna make this into an actual series. So like it is on YouTube now. So I did eventually. Spoiler: I finished the show, and when I was
I've watched a
filming,
couple of episodes. It's pretty interesting. I need to watch the rest. It's pretty interesting.
I promised I like to. You'll definitely be more satisfied with that ending than Hush 2's ending. I promise. I promise. So as I'm filming, I'm like, okay, this is my first time making a pilot. My friend Jamie, who's been now my friend over 20 years now, and he's like, hey, I see let's say we join comic communities online on Facebook and stuff, and he's like, oh, I see you, your stuff too. We both like our comics, and he's like, hey, maybe we do a podcast talking about comic books. And then I'm like, I just started filming this show. If we agreed to, I'm like, okay, if I'm into it, like I'll be into it. And we agreed it'll be an every week thing. So I said, how about when I finish this pilot, when I finish filming it, then we, within that time, we can prepare and get ready for a show. So then we did. And then June 9th, 2021, we had our first episode of the Codex podcast. And then a couple months later, he wanted to do more shows. I'm like, I'm not going to have the time to do this show and that show. So then we started to get more team members. And then eventually became the Codex Station. And like I said, in 2 weeks, we will hit 5 years of the Codex Station, and it happens to fall on episode 200 of the Codex podcast.
Amazing.
That is
So,
amazing.
thank you. And yeah,
that is so cool.
2 friends, and we have like maybe every now and then, hey, one person commented, we had a few views, but then it got a little more and a little more, and then our team had another member and 2 more members and 3 more, and then suddenly we have our whole team. And now, we've had, said we're going on episode 200 of the Codex podcast, but then comic character of the week is well past 100. Unleashed is the Saturday show. Unleashed is probably past 200 already, maybe, but
yeah,
with the podcast on Wednesday, I keep tabs on every episode.
Right.
I have this notebook by me, the Codex sticker, product placement. It's full of notes ever since episode 1.
Yeah.
So I had notes for it, an episode. Yeah, I even have notes for today. I have certain pages are just a list of F-listers. So.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah.
And then we found like 2 want to do
hilarious
segments, like, okay, comic news, maybe topic of the week. We used to do a lot of reviews. Maybe we'll get back to them, but then eventually there was like, hey, random panel. And then Sal was the one who came with the idea for Variant Insanity because he loves his variants. And then
he promised to come and do is it slabbed kind of.
Nice. Yeah. So that's when he's on. And then just in general, reading comic books and seeing, online communities, people talking about stuff. I looked and I saw there's these horrible characters, but they're hilarious. I love to learn about them. So I said, you know what? That's going to be a new segment called the F List. And each week bring some of the worst characters in comics. And that tends to be the most popular segment. And now, that one's been going for over 100 episodes. We've had the F List. So now,
it's amazing.
When I look back to the old ones, I'm like, I can't believe we didn't have it. There were times when we didn't have the F Lists because now it's meant to be on the show. So
that's awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, and we're kind of in those early stages as well. We pick up about a follower a week, which I'm okay with. And we're having fun, and we don't have our cool graphics yet, and we're just the last 3 shows we've tried to set a structure for the show right before, and then we pretty much we go on tangents, but we pretty much stay on task anyway.
And for the record, we didn't have all our stuff when we began. We didn't have fancy beginnings and this and that. Yeah, it was a picture, like just as Codex.
We're going to be doing our version of the F List. So explain to our viewers exactly what the F List is, because I thought it was something that it wasn't at first. So at first, the very first time I heard it, the F List, I took it as like MILF F, right? So I'm thinking,
did you really see Heavy Flow and thought I wanted Heavy Flow?
So I'm thinking to myself, wow. So I'm expecting like Power Girl, and and then you bring out, I think the very first one I watched, no lie, I want to say it was like one of those crazy characters that Chris picks all the time when they're talking about team ups. It's like
when he likes to tease Uncle Gary.
Or I mean, it was some random, obscure, total failure, and that's when I realized that F stands for failure.
Liz, I think that speaks more about you than about their list. That you immediately went there.
My brain goes to the gutter. I will admit that.
I swear, was it no M or I or L, and then it was just F.
No,
the F list.
No, it was just the F list. It totally was, guys. I didn't want to say the F word that I was referring to on a semi. I mean, it isn't. We're not rated for children, but you don't want to throw out an F bomb if you don't have to. So I was trying to just give people a perspective of what I was trying to talk about, right? But no, it is fail. It is fail list, F for fail. And that is great because it's hilarious. So once I realized that, I enjoyed it even more, right? Because I knew I wasn't going to see male sexist versions of all of the characters and how they're popping out of all their costumes. So, which is kind of what I thought I was going to be getting at first.
So no, it wasn't that. And I mean, hey, if some people desire some F-listers, no kink shaming here, but
no, never.
But they're
never.
usually not. They're usually not too desirable characters.
No. Oh, all right, Krista, I'm going to give the chat back over to you, and I'm going to go back to the graphics because I've got graphics to show for Sonny. Okay, Sonny, so we're going to go through some of your features of the F-list characters. You marked me. Hold on, let me I want to make sure that I don't get rid of anything that we don't want to get rid of. 2, 3.
Liz, you had asked me. I said, "Can I bring some of my F-listers to the show?"
I totally said yes.
Yeah.
And then I was telling
one lady, and I said, "Okay, I'll bring you the queen of the F-list."
Yeah, and then I was telling him that I did some research today and found a whole bunch from the Golden Age.
It gets addicting. See how addicting it
So
gets?
it's totally addicting. So, okay, who are we doing first?
Hit me with. How about we go with some football?
All right,
NFL,
here we go. There we
go.
Oh man,
and there he is.
Super Pro.
NFL Super Pro. We only Phil Grayfield, and he was made with Marvel on the NFL. And, he was a football player, and he had went around for a year.
Did he have superpower? So what did he play? Pro sports and beat up bad guys?
Yeah, it was he was a football player, but in the picture in the middle, I guess there was an issue where he played basketball. A football player in his football outfit, slam dunking, and he'd take on cheesy characters.
He's got a baseball bat too, or at least somebody's got a baseball bat. Yeah. It's in 2 different ones. It's on the one on the left and the one on the right.
Yeah, so he was free to use other stuff to fight other villains, but he would take on cheesy characters and quite a few other F-listers as well, like instant replay and characters like that.
Interesting.
And he did have some interesting team ups. He actually teamed up with Spider-Man before and Captain America,
wow.
So he can add that to his resume.
Okay.
But I think when most people look at him, he's just like a football player, and I do actually have that comic. I wanted to bring it out.
Oh my god,
the one with the basketball.
Oh my god, that's cool. I mean, I kind of like the way he's up in the air.
Pro nose ball, as it says.
Yeah, pro nose ball. Yeah, love it.
It didn't work out. He wasn't too popular.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, who are we talking about next?
How about we go with the eraser?
With the eraser. All right, where are you? I believe that
he's the one with the eraser head.
Yes, he's the one with the eraser head.
There he is.
Mr. Eraserhead.
Oh my gosh.
I remember this guy.
Yeah, like the eraser Lenny Fiasco. Yeah, so he was a Batman villain made in 1966. And I mean, you'd say he's got, in the picture you could see his boot was like the tip of a pencil, so that's what he could use to kick, and the top of his head is like an eraser. So, like many villains, he dressed as a pencil.
The eraser man or the pencil man?
Yeah, they call him the eraser, but he does I would more call him like the pencil or something because he's like a pencil.
The pencil kind of fits better, don't you think?
Yeah. I think so because he looks like a pencil. He's not just an eraser. And then this character, an interesting story is that we put him on the F list, and a couple weeks, maybe like a full, maybe a month later, in a Harley Quinn issue, Eraser 2 was in there. There was a female version.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Eraser in there. Yeah, we were like, oh my gosh, they decided to put this character in a Harley Quinn issue.
It was a deep cut pull.
Yeah.
It sounds like
I would say, I'm guessing she didn't do too well. Because I'm like, I should bring that up to you because I know you like Harley Quinn, and I'm like, so there you go, So you've seen
that was a really cool cut. That was a really good deep cut.
Yeah, like deep cut there. All right, what do you got?
I do my research, and then let's let's go to some cars. Would you show me? Or maybe I'm a huge fan of the movie Scarface, but do you know Carface?
Is that him?
Oh no.
Oh no, somebody was a car. The red one.
Oh yeah, this guy.
There you go. There's
Okay.
Carface.
Carface.
Like a Transformers dude, bro.
He is, yes. And yeah, if you see like he's the chain that,
Yeah.
just this
Oh my
dude.
gosh.
He's got his hat to the side. So this is Platinum Flats. I
There's
ain't
a
impressed.
steering wheel on one shoulder.
Yes. Yeah. And he was
DC character or Marvel?
he was DC. Yeah. And Huntress took him down. Huntress beat him with these. Yeah.
Nice.
And she even said, like, what do you she's like, are you gonna ask me if I'm gonna get up in your grill or something? Yeah, but he's a big old car. Yeah, he's not tough, and he's just, as you can see, he's an F-lister. I don't see a character like Carface ever becoming like a legit villain or threat.
So coming off the back, that's kind of hilarious. I've got wings. See, it's exhaust pipes, babe.
Surprised he's not sagging his pants. Well, who knows?
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
And you can show me the other one. You can put the other one on. That with the brown. Yeah, Nickelodeon Lightning McQueen. Yeah.
All right. All right. So
show me the brown.
Now we go with the one that I just showed up before, right? This one. This one. I don't know why it reminded me of Luke Cage. It did.
The Brown Bomber, I think, is one of the worst characters made of this century.
Okay.
He was a white man, and when he puts his palms, when he says black power, he turns into a stereotypical black man. And even his dialogue changes to be like, yo, what's up?
No.
Yeah,
I don't know how this was made.
I can see why he failed. And especially, oh my gosh, especially given, the hubbub about going on right now with people complaining that people of color don't have enough titles.
And then when you got this character who literally was a white man who just said,
I can see why he makes the F list. Absolutely.
And I did have to get his one and only issue I did have to get, and there he is on the cover.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I don't think he'll be returning. So I have technically, if you get Justice League of America 26, then you have every issue with him. And
and then last but not least, the queen, you said, of the F list. Here we go. And Sonny was telling me when I was uploading this that this is one of Gary's personal favorites.
He's in love with her, basically.
Okay. And
my God.
Heavy Red. And I can't even tell you how disgusting this is.
No.
So
they don't call me Heavy Red for nothing.
No.
This is just wrong on so many levels.
Yeah,
so many levels is that wrong.
She's Heavy Flow, so yeah.
Heavy Flow. And Flow spelled like Flo from Mel's Diner Flo. FLO.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of want to see her with the little name badge, Flo.
Yeah. and actually, Heavy Flow's real name is Flo. Yeah, but her character name is Heavy Flow. Gosh. And as you see from the picture, she's
that's so disgusting.
I'll just say she could only use her power once a month.
One week out of a month. Oh my God, so disgusting. Oh so
she's a Savage Dragon villain, and I live in Chicago, and where do you think Heavy Flow is from? Chicago. So but she did have her head, she unfortunately is no longer with us, as her head was punched off or beaten to a pulp, basically.
Well,
R.I.P. Heavy Flow.
Oh my gosh. It is what it is. So
that's a wacky character.
Heavy Flow haunts Uncle Gary's dreams, or nightmares, I should say.
I would say nightmares. Yeah. I would say nightmares.
He's now going to be haunting mine.
Yeah.
There you go. Every week I introduce you to a new F-lister. Sometimes they're sick. Yeah.
It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So we have a couple of F-listers that I found. So
let's hear them.
Bear with me here as I kind of give a little rundown. So first we have Ma Hunkel. And oh, where did it go? Oh, I hate it when I miss one. There she is. Okay. Give me a second. All right. I clicked the X instead of the show. There we go. So this is Ma Hunkel. Ma Hunkel was the original Red Tornado. All-American DC Comics.
Oh, that's
and
right.
she made her debut in 1939. This parody hero fought neighborhood thugs by wearing a cooking pot on her head and a baggy pair of long johns. She had zero actual superpowers. Her main strategy was hitting people with a broom, and she was so unpopular that as a hero, DC quickly phased her out.
Sounds like me on a Tuesday night.
And
the original
I could not find a
Red
cool
Tornado
picture of her with her helmet on. Oh wait, yes I did. There she is.
Oh my God!
Original Red Tornado. Now, aren't we glad Red Tornado is now a cool dude?
Yes, I do love
what is happening.
It's a pot on her head.
I can't get past her legs.
It's the baggy long johns. She has to put the shorts on because the trap door would open otherwise.
Is it like a full bodysuit?
Yes. You might be too young, but it used to be a joke that in like the 1800s, early 1900s, country folk, rural folk on TV would sleep in these whole pair of like a bodysuit, but it would have a little trap door in the back. So you'd flip it open so you could do your business if you had to do your business, right? She's wearing one of those with green shorts over it.
I think she's definitely going on that F list. Yeah. Especially with that last picture.
Definitely needs the F list. And I just love, though, that her name was the Red Ma Hunkel, the Red Tornado. And I'm so glad that they redid him. So
I'm glad you found him for me.
Yeah.
I'm taking her.
Next is Mother Hubbard. Mother Hubbard, Chelsler Publications, created in 1941. She was a literal, wrinkled old fairy tale witch who flew on a broomstick and used black magic to combat Nazis. Her bizarre, terrifying design completely failed to mesh with the standard superhero comic, causing her to be dropped after only a few issues.
I was saying, like, she actually is. I was like, it sounds like she was not bad, but then she just,
apparently
her look is just a bit off.
A little too stereotypical for the, for the audiences of 1941.
Yeah.
All right.
Wizard of Oz came out 2 years before. Yeah.
She really does look like the Wicked of the Witch, doesn't she? Of the West. I mean, it's like the East, because look at the socks. It's just like the ones that the house fell on.
Oh, she's a combination.
Yeah.
She's the third sister.
Exactly.
Well, now if she comes back, she can just put on a filter. She can just put a filter on her face, and everyone say, "Hey, she's good."
Right. Yeah. All right. Now we have.
I'd read that.
The Blonde Phantom.
Ooh.
Horror in
Marvel Comics and Timely Comics, armed with a tiny gun and a domino mask, fighting crime in an impractical red evening gown.
She won't stand out at all.
Not
at all, right?
Like, how do you move?
I have no idea. Apparently, she was not very successful either. She had 2 issues and was gone, probably because nobody could understand how she could do anything in that dress.
The belly button window is just an odd choice. Like, that is
for the 40s, right?
Yeah, like, it's got that noir kind of like aesthetic to it, but like, how are you doing anything? That is definitely not.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely. She's drawn a specific way.
Yes.
Who's that hiding all the way up there with that red dress?
Yeah.
The next Halloween outfit.
Next, we have the Spider Widow,
I know this one.
grandmother of terror.
Yep.
Diane Grayton. She turns into the Spider Widow. This was a Fox Feature Syndicate comic, adorned in a massive witch hat alongside her signature Black Widow spiders. And it says her only power was shooting webbing out of her bracelets to climb walls. She had no super strength or fighting skills, making her completely useless in actual combat. Fox abandoned her after 3 issues.
And she had a little more than the one before.
As was
Right.
yeah.
Absolutely.
More than the Brown Bomber, at least.
More than, yeah, right? Next, we have Madame Fatal, the cross-dressing detective persona featuring a bright red bonnet and an elderly woman disguise. This got canceled immediately because it's a guy who goes undercover dressed as an old woman. This is one of the most bizarre failures in comics history. Richard Staunton fights crime by dressing up as a frail elderly woman to trick criminals. While technically a male character, the heroine persona was an absolute disaster that fans found too ridiculous to take seriously, leading to a swift cancellation after 2 issues.
Yeah. Tootsie works, Madame Fatal does not work.
Oh, next we have Madame Satan.
Ooh.
Archie Comics, not to be confused with Lady Satan. This 1941 villain turned protagonist was a literal spirit of evil. Her main weapon was a fatal kiss that kills men instantly. The concept was deemed far too dark and weird for the young golden age Archie readers, and she was quickly scrubbed from the publisher's lineup.
Man, I'd read that.
I would
think she might fit better in another comic.
And now that you look at her, she totally looks like she'd fit into an Archie comic.
Yeah.
I said yeah, so she might
and
be able to
last but never least, we have Miss Victory.
Mm-hmm.
Holyoke Publishing. Now, I'm wondering, I read that, and I'm wondering, did the college actually publish this? Arriving in 1941, she was one of the earliest patriotic heroes. However, she was a total copycat character with no unique identity, 0 defined superpowers, and a tendency to get captured constantly. She fell into immediate obscurity when Marvel's Captain America dominated the market.
So she can't really do it. So she tries to be a hero, but just constantly gets captured and loses all the time.
Yes. So. And
the other name is Miss Victory.
Miss Victory. Yep. Yep. Let's see what else it says. Let me just see. Yeah, she supports the classic red, white, and blue costume. But apparently everybody liked Captain America better. And Steve Rogers over that? I'm taking Steve.
Sorry, Miss Victory, but she doesn't get the victory over Captain America.
No. Absolutely.
She falls
so
into
that was it.
The damsel in distress.
That was our attempt at the female character F list.
Right, round of applause. Yeah.
Gave me the writers or the artists for that, so we don't know. But it was in doing the little read-ups in the, believe it or not, the very first one, the Mahunkel. The person writing it was a guy, and he told them that they needed to hire a woman writer to better, and they didn't want to. So that was another reason that they canceled the poor Red Tornado lady with the pot for a head.
I'm going to have that one. Has to go on the F list. I have to do that one.
They're all old women. So what? Old women? Well, not all, but out of the 7, all but 2 were old women. So I guess in there thinking old women are going to kick some ass. I mean, what is it? The grandma, the one that's Apocalypse is,
Granny Goodness.
Yes. I mean, okay, she can kick some ass.
I think everyone's a little scared of their grandma. Like,
yes, I think you should be. I made my grandson cry the very first time I babysat for him, and he told me that I was mean because I wouldn't. Well, he was trying to get me to give him a treat that he wasn't allowed to have, and I said no. And then he started giving me the, crying in the sad eyes, and I was like, that didn't work when your mother was your age. And then I'm like, does it look like it's working on me now? And then he started really crying. And I go, you're so mean.
Tough granny.
I'm like, yeah, my first time babysitting, I made the grandkid cry. Okay, I'm doing my job.
You're setting a standard.
So, yeah. So I'm glad I got Sonny's seal of approval for our
awesome, yeah,
our F-list finds. Yeah. I was quite interested in what came up when I started doing.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, good job to you finding those ones.
Yeah, it was kind of fun to do the research.
It is, yeah, but you got to be a little warning. Certain characters, like we had a character on the F list called Long Dong. You got to be careful when you're looking up certain characters.
Yes, yeah. I think there's a porn character named that.
I'm just gonna assume
from back in the 70s.
I'm just gonna assume
there wasn't.
Yeah, there was another character was called Fluff, but he was like, the stuff. I guess you wear a shirt and you get like a little fuzz in your stomach or in your belly, and that was what it was. It was like he would smell so bad.
Oh, yeah. But it's so funny when you say fluff, because I hear the word fluff, and the first thing that comes into my mind is that white whipped marshmallow thing that they sell in the grocery store.
Oh,
well, that's good. That's a nice thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think that. Yeah. There you go, Liz.
Just the nice thought.
Yeah, I like that much better than lint in the belly button.
Oh, and I forgot to show you that there was an F-lister I have. Well, he was one of the early ones you put on the list. And not long ago, I saw that they actually released an action figure of him. So I said, I gotta get him. And he is the Hypno Hustler.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. And it's this action figure.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was in Spider-Man. Yeah. Let's see. There's a little.
Oh, my gosh. So, Gary told me to make sure you couldn't see any action figures because you would want to destroy them.
This is in good shape, as much as an F-lister as he is. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's great. So do you collect the F-listers if you can find them?
They pretty much don't make most of them, but I mean, that one they made, and I'm like, they made an F-lister. I think I have to get him. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
They made him for you.
I really felt like that. I'm like, because he was not big into Spider-Man. He was like in one of those special issues, in the 70s. It wasn't even a part of the Amazing Spider-Man. And then they made the action figure of him. I've got to add him to the collection.
Hey, I just bought a Barbie of Catwoman, so I got no room to talk.
Did you go to Walmart today?
Yesterday on my way home from Big Lick, and I should have just walked into the Walmart right there at Big Lick. Not realizing that there was one right there. They didn't have any of the little ones, the keychain ones that go with it. They had plenty of everything except Catwoman. They had one Ivy left, like 5 Harleys, 5 Supergirls, no Catwoman. But I got it online at Walmart. But yes, I immediately, I really wanted all 3 of the Gotham City Sirens, but at $39.99 a piece, I just bought Catwoman. And the only one they had, there was only one in, oh, look at that. See, Fuzzy Walk, if it was a Catwoman Lego, I would have bought it today too. I did get a pop at Big Lick. I got the Catwoman bombshells.
Ooh,
so now I'm down to only needing 5, and I'll have all of the ones of Catwoman. So, I got I'm going to do a video later of showing everything I got at Big Lick, but I did get Cloak and Dagger's first appearance ever which was in Spider-Man in 1979 or 80. It was before they got their first 4-issue miniseries run. So, and I got that, excuse me, it's in really good shape, and I think I paid like $38 for it. It's listed at $55, but I was buying another one, and I was haggling. I was like, I'll give you this for both, and he was like, sold. So, yeah, so I was really tickled with that, but I was really surprised nobody had a lot of Catwoman stuff this time at Big Lick anyway. I was really kind of surprised that everything was Harley. Harley was everywhere, but not Selena. So I wonder, I kind of, maybe I'm going to do that research. I wonder if who sells more, like who's their top selling female. Is it Harley? Is it Catwoman? Is it Power Girl? That's something I'm going to do some research on.
I feel like Supergirl's going to have a huge uptick.
Because I'd be curious about that. Because, like, honestly, story-wise, if you ask me, Poison Ivy's got the best story out of the three, right? But, I mean, not that all three aren't good, but yeah, I'd be curious to see which one sells the most. Because I saw something that said, I've seen two. I saw one thing that said it was Catwoman, and I saw another that said it was Harley. So, speaking of, going right into our next topic, Big Lick. What was the last Comic-Con you attended, Sonny?
Last one, it's been a little while since I've been to a Comic-Con. I've been to a C2E2, but not this year, but before that, yeah. So.
Okay, because you're in Chicago, right?
Yep, yes,
okay.
I'm right by C2E2.
And I would love to go to the big one in Chicago, but it's hard for me to travel there. I used to live in Arlington Heights briefly.
Oh, okay.
I lived there for a whole while.
I used to film in a film studio there.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like 45 miles outside of the city, and it wasn't bad. Okay, so we had our Northern Virginia, which is the biggest one we have, like, locally, because we do have one in DC, Awesome Com, and then of course Baltimore, all of which are within driving distance, but the one in Northern Virginia itself is Big Lick. And it was this weekend. It was held for the first time at the Manassas Mall event space. I was kind of nervous about that. My son used to work at the Spencer's, and he got mugged once coming out when he was manager at the Spencer's there. Now, this, of course, was years and years ago. I kind of went really early on Saturday. I just made the determination that I was going to get there as close to doors opening for the general public as I could, and then spend the time and then get my little butt out of there long before evening even, so I didn't have to worry about it. And honestly, I didn't see anything untoward. I didn't, they didn't really explain easily to me that I saw exactly where in Manassas Mall, which is a huge mall. Mm-hmm. Like, I had to drive around, and I just happened to see somebody parked in front of a door with his trunk open with boxes and boxes of comics. So I was like, I bet he's a vendor, and asked him. I was like, is it? And he was like, oh yeah, it's the store right here. So, it ended up being right where I ended up driving, but it was all the way around the back, and I was just like, where am I going? I have no idea where I'm going, but it was great. I only stayed in line for one person, and that was Ruth Connell. I think it's Connell. It's how you pronounce it, Conell. She played Rowena the Witch on Supernatural, and she is on TV my favorite witch of all time. And I got this, and she signed it for me, so I was really tickled to get that. And then I got some really great images. We did a couple pictures together. And then she was like, okay, we're badass bitches. So this is our badass bitch pose. She was so fun. Emily Swallow's line was ridiculously long. And poor Ruth had no one in her line. So I had to actually spend a few minutes with her. And okay. I did not know that. Yeah, it did disrupt the whole convention. I can see that. Anyway, she was super friendly. I asked her what she had coming up because I'd love to watch her in something. She told me that she had been in a Netflix show that I now have to look up on IMDb because I cannot for the life of me remember what the name of it was. But she said that they had done one season and then it got halted because of the strike, the actors and writers strike, and it didn't get picked up for a second season. So she had a baby and she's been just sitting at home raising her baby, hoping for the she's been auditioning. So she said, I'm constantly auditioning, so keep a lookout. But she was super friendly. She wasn't all that much taller than me. And I was expecting her, I'm tiny, And so I was expecting her to be bigger because she doesn't seem so small when standing next to like Jensen or Jared or any of the actors on the show. She didn't. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Krista. You standing next to Rob, who is not or John. Neither of them are exceptionally tall guys. They're not super short, but they look real tall compared to me. You look tall compared to me, and you've only got a couple inches on me. So when you're only 4'9" and you stand next to somebody who's 5'5", that 5'5" person looks really tall. And I just was really surprised because she couldn't have been taller than my mother, 5'1", 5'2". And I'm just now wondering if is Misha Khan, are all those actors on Supernatural short?
I mean, the average person isn't like as tall as they seem on TV. They make them look
true
taller.
Too, because they probably do. Yeah, they probably do surround them with, because you don't want that huge height difference. Well, I'm going to ask the expert. You've done some acting, right?
Yeah. Yes, I have. Like I said, I made the show and I do acting. So
a year ago or more, you made a comment on your show about being in a Chicago one. I don't know which of the Chicago shows you were on. I have scoured all of those episodes looking for you. Which one are you in?
So sometimes so for my show, A Series About a Series, that's my big one. That's the one I'm the main actor and everything. But for those shows, so sometimes I'll do work as like an extra or stand-in. So an extra is in the background.
Okay.
So if it was an episode of Chicago Med, it was quickly in the background. I don't even remember what season, what episode. I know there's so many episodes, so many seasons.
Yeah.
And then Chicago Fire, there was an episode where somebody drove through a mall, and I didn't even see if I could see myself. I haven't watched it yet to see if I could see me. And then
I remember them.
Stand-in work, you just stand but get out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
that's really cool.
Yeah, was it fun?
Yeah. It usually is. I mean, sometimes it's long hours, but then in the meantime, it's a lot of waiting. But in the meantime, I'm a comic book fan, so what do? I'll read a comic book.
Read a comic book. Right?
You really can't because you have a lot of waiting time. I'll talk with people. Back when I was making my series, I was studying my scripts. But then when it does get to filming, it's cool because like I said, I'm really into filming. I do filming, so I love to see it all, how it's done, and how okay, here's how the big budget stuff works, and again, take again, and 20 takes later, and 5 hours later, you're still there.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So I got to meet Ruth. I did a bunch of shopping. I was impressed with the various vendors that they had. And I saw this amazing cosplayer that I totally need you to tell me who this is, Krista. Is that not amazing?
That's amazing.
He looked so good, but I can't for the life of me. I was like, maybe something from Predator because of the tentacles.
It may be a crossover. Like
he was so
Predator
good
with something else. It's gorgeous, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, and that picture doesn't even do it justice for what it looked like standing. And then I didn't get a picture of her, but there was a gal walking around that really looked like Felicia Black Cat. I mean, literally looked like right off the comic. She was spot on.
That's cool.
Her. Nice. And of course, there were tons of Mandalorians and Stormtroopers, and I saw a couple rogues. I saw a couple really good storms, but I got a new purse, and it keeps my phone in a place that is not easily accessible. And I wasn't wearing my leggings that have the little pocket to keep the phone in, so my phone was not in my hand to take pictures as much as I would have liked. However, we're going to go to Krista because you did get some decent pictures.
Let's see.
So here's what the outside of the venue looked like.
Yeah, so they obviously just they put a banner over an abandoned or
the space.
Yeah, essentially a space of where an at-home used to be. But it was actually a decent-sized space.
It was
a lot bigger than I actually expected it to be.
And the bathrooms were very nice, clean, large. I mean, you might laugh at me saying something like that, but bathrooms in a space like that matter.
They do, and I'm sure they were yesterday. Today they were not.
They were not.
They were good yesterday.
Okay, yeah, they were good yesterday. All right, so then we've got...
So this is Alex. Alex is a friend of the shop. He doesn't actually work for Comic Logic, but I ran into him in the parking lot.
I almost wore my Comic Logic shirt on Saturday. I ended up wearing my Catwoman one, but I literally had it in my hand. And then I thought, I don't work there. I don't want anybody to think I do work there.
Oh, people kept asking Alex questions. It was hilarious. People were asking Alex questions, and then he would just lean over to me and he'd be like, "What's the answer?" It was really, really funny. And I'm just kind of
oh my God.
Do you not
Here's
know?
Another one of them.
Him and I are just dorks.
Yeah, I love though that the smile on your face is amazing there.
That's what you're supposed to do. Have fun. So yeah, enjoy it. You know?
It's what it's all about.
Him and I both.
Then our boss, and there's not and her friend, her boss. I should say not our boss, her boss. And I love your Frankenstein and the Bride pants.
I was just gonna say, I like those pants.
Yeah. I love those pants. Rob just has the greatest smile.
He does. We love Rob.
He needs to beat Buddha for Halloween one year. He'd just make a perfect Buddha. I mean that in the nicest compliment way, Rob. Totally not negative in any way, shape, or form at all. And I promise not to rub his head or his belly if he does it.
I'm pretty sure he would smack anybody who tried to do that.
He would try, and except Lindsay.
His girlfriend gets a pass.
Absolutely, always. The significant other always gets the pass. So there are our pictures from Piglet. Like I said, I got at some deals. I almost finished almost all of my Cloak and Dagger and the Mutant Misadventures. I had only had, it's a 19-issue series. I had only had 2. Now I only need 6 to finish it.
Not bad.
So they had a big chunk of them. And then I got a whole bunch of random Fathom stuff from Image and Aspen Comics. I got 2 bombshells, both of a 2-parter with the Gotham City Sirens and Mira and Lois. So I thought that's going to be an interesting story versus the 2. So some Strange Tales. That's the other one. So that's 24 issues. Again, I only had 2, and they had another 10. So I got them almost half of the series yesterday. And most of those were $1 comics or $2 comics. So that's always really
good. Can't go wrong there, yeah.
Yeah, I can't go wrong there at all. Got the pop. Yeah, I love that when, and I did pay a little more for the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger, but I'm trying to collect everything I have everything they've done from 2010 forward. Right now I'm just trying, and I have that first appearance, and I have the first 4, the mini series they did in 93, the first one, which is 4 issues, and then the second one, which is 11. I have all of those. So now it's just getting the rest of those Strange Tales with Doctor Strange and the Mutant Misadventures, which is weird because it's the Mutant Misadventures of Cloak and Dagger until issue 14, and then it changes to just Cloak and Dagger for the last 5 issues. Not sure why they did that. It says it on the cover 14. It says the misadventures are over in a little. So I have 14, but yeah, so I had a pretty good, that's what I wanted. I went by myself, so because both my son and John were kind of like, oh, we'll go with you if you're worried about being in Manassas, but they don't have the patience. Like, when you're going and you're looking for issues, you're standing there.
Yeah. The time flies.
I spent 4 hours basically just looking through boxes.
The time flies when you're looking at comics.
Looked for it for a while, and finally I gave up. I was hot. I was tired. My feet hurt. I was like, I'm going home.
That's fair.
But so tell me what Sunday was like.
It was pretty chill, actually. It was busy, but it was pretty chill. I actually had a lot of fun. And
did you get to go to the panel that Loading Snacks did?
I did not, unfortunately. Okay. I did run into them, so shout out to Loading Snacks. I did run into them and got to say hi and get hugs.
Yeah, I did too. But they were doing all their stuff, their discussions and stuff. Yeah. They were doing all that on Sunday, so I was missing it.
Yeah, so unfortunately I missed their panel. But I went with my sister, and we literally just went for vibes. Like, I wasn't there for anything specific. The only person I would want to do a meet and greet with. So Katie, who's another person who works at our shop, she went on Saturday, and she stopped at the store while I was working and surprised me.
I got to see that before you got it. Isn't that great? She was like, look what I got, Krista. I was so excited.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That is so amazing.
I freaked out. She knows how much I love Storm. Storm is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. And the voice actor of her was there. So I was like, oh my God. So cool. Yeah. So I got that. I got to see Arg. So Vince's dad has his own, so I got to see them, and they gave me this keychain.
Ooh.
Which is from if you guys know, if you guys ever read Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I've heard of it, but I haven't read it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I kind of went crazy with 3D prints that are all relating to it.
Uh-huh.
Did it say, wow, you can read Whoopi?
Yeah.
Did it say,
yeah.
So you guys won't get it, but
oh my God, I love that much. That is gorgeous.
Cool. Princess Donut, which is the name of the cat who is
she's my favorite. Beautiful though.
Right? Yeah. I found this and I'm like, oh my gosh.
That is gorgeous. I can't wait to see that in your closet. Oh, look at that smiley face.
The art was just so good. And I found this shop, and they were so nice to me that they gave me this.
Oh my God.
So it would have been cool to buy it, but to get it for free is even better.
Yeah. Even better.
Free $99 is my favorite price.
Free is always, I think that's everybody's favorite price, man.
So I didn't do a whole lot of digging through boxes because I was with my sister and I didn't want to because I can get lost in the sauce.
Oh, absolutely.
Of her time. But I did look in a couple of boxes, and I don't know how well they're going to show on here because they're foils.
Okay.
So let me try taking them out, because I know sometimes that's a little iffy to show on camera when they're in the plastic. But I got really excited. Let's see if I can show them.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's great.
So this is the 616 exclusive foil of Absolute Wonder Woman 18.
That is gorgeous.
It's so good. I love it so much. I love them so much.
That's
Yeah,
awesome cover.
totally ship them.
Right? It's so good. The
Yes.
coloring is so good. So I can open this. I'm going to put these in new bags anyway. They just put like kind of cheap tape on it. I got a good deal on these because it was Sunday and the guy was like, "Do you want them?" And I was like, and I'm just like,
maybe. The only thing good about going on Sundays is, especially if you go and then you wait towards the end, and then the people are really looking to make some deals.
Oh yeah, I was between these two, and he was like, "So are you thinking about these?" And I'm just like, "I'm trying to figure out which one I want." And he was like, "Well, if you get both of them," and I'm like, "Keep talking."
That's how you do it, yeah.
So I'm also talking. If I like something, I like it in every color. I'm one of those people. So the one I just showed you, they also had it in a blue tint.
Oh, I can see the blue.
So it's between the silver and the blue.
Yeah, I'm glad you got both.
I couldn't pick between my children.
I hear ya.
Good deal. At least you got both, right? Yeah.
So now I have both, and I'm just like, all right. Yep. So yeah, so those were like my huge like victory win of it. I was like, oh my gosh, they're just so pretty.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier about Absolute Wonder Woman with Zatanna.
Kelly Thompson is just really knocking it out of the park.
Killing it.
With that. She really is killing it. All right. So is it we're done with Big Lick?
I think so.
All right. And we're getting ready to wrap this up. We're hitting our 2 hour mark. Well, 1 hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. So Sonny, you're under the spotlight now. It's time to answer those 3 questions that we ask all of our guests. You can answer in any order, but we're looking for your favorite female character, your favorite female writer, and your favorite female artist. And again, you can tell us in any order, but we also want to hear the explanation on why you picked them.
Oh, yeah, sure. So then, for me being a writer, I'll go with writer first.
Okay.
And I'll show you something that leads me to, and that's this big old X Factor Essential, because my pick is Louise Simonson.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice. Yeah. Good choice. Good choice.
In general, one of my favorite writers, just in general, but especially to be female. And I was trying, I'm like, don't pick too many. I didn't want to be like, where I'm like this person, but also that person. Like, pick one. And it's Louise Simonson. X Factor is one of my favorite runs in all comics. And this one, I first bought the Essential, and I didn't realize that it was in black and white.
Oh my gosh.
So when I first opened it, I was not too excited. I'm like, but I thought maybe I'll just start reading it. And I know Bob Layton did the first 5, but then, Louise came on in issue 6, the first appearance of Apocalypse, one of my favorite characters, my favorite villains in general. So her long run on X Factor, and then she also did, some New Mutants, and then also Superman, like dealing with she was the writer when it came out to Steel.
Honorable mention. Jerry's, Sal's.
Yeah.
Solid choice.
She does some great work.
Yeah, and like I said too, like when she was with doing X Factor, that was when it was the original 5. The original 5 X-Men became X Factor, and also like a lot of people don't give her enough credit. Like she also did New Mutants. She was taking on both at the same time, and then when they went through some of the biggest events in the 80s, like the Fall of the Mutants, the Mutant Massacre, the Inferno. So she's done a lot of my favorite work.
Her husband is an artist, and they did some work together, I believe, as well.
Yeah, so I don't remember exactly which issues they worked on together, but
so I'm not sure either, but I do know they did some work together on some of the Marvel stuff. So
so
excellent.
Louise Simonson is my favorite.
Excellent pick.
Yeah, and then when it just comes to regular novels, I do always like to mention that Mary Shelley, who did write Frankenstein at the age of 17, it always is like, I'm always like, wow, 17 wrote, still to this day, one of my favorite novels. And she did it over 200 years ago when times were way different.
1815 or the 1838?
For the book?
Which edition?
Which version? 1815, 1838.
You know what? I believe that I'm trying to think which edition I have. Because it's one of the, obviously, remakes. It's not from the original, but I think it's, or I think it might have been, because it said, okay, this book is over 200 years old. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I always like to mention her, but yeah, so comic books always Louise Simonson.
I always approve talking about Mary Shelley.
No, Mary Shelley, yeah, no, I have no qualms at all about that. Novels right now, it would probably be for me Anne Bishop, because I love her witch novels. But I also like Louise Penny a lot, like the Three Pine mysteries that take place in Canada with the inspector of the secure. Anyway, but yeah, novel list, that would be a top 10 for me. I'd have to be top. I don't know. It would be hard for me to pick just one.
Yeah, so there, I was able to mention one. I'm someone who has a very hard time picking one, but for this list for today,
so Louise Simonson, like, and then for your novelist, Mary Shelley.
And then,
all right.
So now I'll go on to artist, and I will show cover she drew, and I pick Amanda Connor. She is the one.
Yeah,
Amanda Connor. That's the pro.
Her. She is really popular. I swear, Gary, Sal, Dan. Now you, Rob did not, but yeah, wow, John even.
Yeah,
Amanda Connor.
So wow.
And
she did popular.
Harley Quinn.
Beautiful work too. You can't fault anybody for picking her. Yeah, she really does do some beautiful work.
Love work like I said, Harley Quinn. She's done Vampirella. In the pro, do you know what she wrote on Uncle Gary's copy of the pro?
No.
So the pro, she's I'll just say a lady of the night.
Yes. Yep.
And she wrote on Uncle Gary's comic, it's like, to my favorite customer, or to my most frequent customer.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So things like that.
The pro is a very, very good one.
I'm gonna have to read that. I hadn't even heard of it.
Him and I both have read it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. Yep. I'm gonna have to look.
And our episode had to be good. We tend to watch our language on a podcast. It just happened to be that way. I guess I just don't happen to swear much, so it's a more relaxed show. But that one, to really dive into the pro, I said this needs to be an uncensored episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. If you're going to talk about prostitution, it needs to be uncensored.
Oh, and there's way more things in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be like an after hours kind of a episode.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Not for a Sunday night, relatively prime time show.
Yeah. So, but the funniest book, you'll be laughing out loud.
Definitely now intrigued. I'm gonna have to go read it.
It's one of my favorites.
Have to read it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Good read over and over. Each time I read it, it's always hysterical.
Yeah.
Great pick.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolute good pick. Okay. And last but not least,
it's my favorite character. Thinking, there's so many characters, so many great characters, but I still gotta narrow it down to one. And I am a big X-Men fan. It's what got me. The animated series is what got me into comic books and all that. And I was super excited for season 2 of X-Men '97.
Me too.
My favorite female character in all of comics is Rogue.
Nice.
Rogue is my favorite. Yep.
Gotta love Anna Marie.
Yeah, so she's strong, she's beautiful, she's got a great personality, she's different, not just your typical here's a regular
talks with a hardcore Southern Cajun accent.
Yeah, she's got it all. She's got a great romance with Gambit. One of my favorite romances.
Yep.
Just one of my favorite characters. Yeah.
He broke my heart in X-Men '97 season 1. The end of that episode killed me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you? Did you read her newest? The series that just ended with last week's comic?
I have not. So like I said, I'm always a bit behind.
Shadows of Tomorrow. It is so good. It calls back to her time in the Mutant Brotherhood of Mutants. Yeah. It's excellent. It was
worth the read. You'll like it.
Yeah, you wait for it. The trade will be coming out soon because the run just ended. It was really good. If you like Rogue, I would highly recommend it.
With Rogue, one thing I do love, even when because like I said, I grew up on the '90s series, but later on, going back and reading the comics, even I liked her beginning. Like she was a villain, and then like she slowly worked her way in X-Men, and everyone kind of was looking like, oh, she's the one who hurt Captain Marvel, and then her and Wolverine got close. You know, he looked out for her in Japan, so you love Rogue's story all around, and
Yeah.
And in case you also got to show you that I'm a huge X-97 fan, so there's
I like that
cover book, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Love it.
Yeah. I really should have showed it and then
97.
just pointed to her.
Yes. I love the voice actress that does her voice too. It's just so amazing.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear that she's nice.
She's so sweet. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Sonny, absolute amazing picks. I 100% approve. What about you, Krista?
I definitely 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We loved having you on our show.
I love you. Thank you for having me. Glad I was able to come on.
I do really enjoy watching your Wednesday podcasts. You're always entertaining. So thank you for that. Who's your guest this week? Who are your co-hosts?
So far it would be Uncle Gary and Mighty Mike. However, I'll talk with them because the following week is the big 200. So we're trying to see about having pretty much everyone on there. So I got to see are you guys able to make it 2 weeks in a row?
Right. Everybody getting their schedules together.
Yeah. But most likely it'll be Uncle Gary and Mighty Mike.
Absolutely.
And of course,
okay. So we're still waiting to get Mike Harbor on here. We are going to get him if it kills us.
It's in a good word.
His schedule and our schedule together has been a challenge, but we know he wants to be on, and we love Mike, and we'll get him on here one of these days. We are so grateful for all of the support that you guys at Codex have given us.
Thank you for supporting us. We help each other out.
You've been amazing. Everybody over there has just been great about pumping us to your audience. So we just want to thank you for that. Loved having you on. You're welcome to come back at any time.
This was so
good. I'll bring you some more F-listers. Yeah,
absolutely. That's what we should do when we have you on next time. So we went through Golden Age. Now we go through. We'll get Silver Age, and we'll do Bronze Age, and we'll do Current. There
you go.
Trying to get a theme going. See how many F-listers we can find in the different ages. Like that'd be fun. I love it. Well, I hope everything works out. I hope that your books sell lots. I can't wait to read them. I have them all on my reading list. But my reading list is ridiculously long. It's got
same here, so I can't blame you. Yeah.
So, and I read them in order. So, but I can't wait to read them. I'm now going to be looking for you in the crowds. See, when you were like, oh, I was on Chicago and I didn't hear Med, I was thinking maybe you look like one of the people in a hospital bed getting worked on or whatever.
I was one of the orderlies or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I do watch religiously. I watch all 3 of the Chicago shows. So been a big fan.
I'll have to look back and find a picture and send it to you. So
that'd be great.
Here I am.
Sign it. Yeah. If you find it and sign it so I can, I had an extra from the show. That'd be, go right up with Ruth's. I don't have that many signed stuff by, even Brandon Wayne. Like what he signed for my kids. So I didn't even get to keep it. He signed
really?
He signed a Grogu bong. It was clean, not been used, never been used. But yeah, that's what it was. I brought it in. I was like, it was hilarious. He's like, this is a first for me. I was like, hey, it's a first for me too.
It could have been something worse. So
absolutely. Yeah. So I think we're about ready to wrap up. What do you think, guys?
It was a great show.
All right.
I'm glad to be on. Yeah. I know I didn't beat Dan's time. Dan's like, do you think you'll beat my time? He was on 2 hours, 40 minutes. I said, I'm not even going to try.
2 minutes.
I said, I'm not even going to try.
Woo! I love Dan so much. I've had so much fun coloring his stuff too. So yeah, he and I are going to collaborate more.
The Street Fighter picture, right?
Yeah. And then I got his Catwoman over
that way.
That way, there, right over my fingers. Yep, over there on the door. But yeah, no, I've got one more I've got to finish for him, Zatanna, and then he and I are going to work on collaborating on a couple other covers, I think. So yeah, it's been fun. So, all right, guys, we are wrapping it up. We will be back next Sunday. It'll just be Krista and I. As far as I know, we don't have a guest lined up yet, but that could change.
Stay tuned.
Never know how our weeks work out. It will be the first review of comics for June. June is a big month. A bunch of titles are coming out next month. A bunch of titles are ending next month. So I say next month, tomorrow starts next month, right? Yeah, so we are looking forward to it. We will be back here, same siren time, same siren channel here Sunday night, 7:30. Give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe. We're on Facebook as well, Loco Sirens. Give us a like there. And we will see you in the funny papers, folks. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Take care.